Good Christmas Eve morning from beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins for our final update before the holiday weekend here. A little rough out there. Looks like it might even be almost rideable for you surfers in town here. And the weather is kind of nice too. 77 degrees, not too hot, not too cold, but certainly not the cooler weather we were all hoping for. Maybe that'll change this weekend. I haven't even looked at the weather report. So, this is our kind of final update, like I said, for the rest of the week. Markets, we didn't get monkey hammered like I kind of thought they could have, possibly. So far, so good. As far as the market's not getting monkey hammered yet, New York's not closed yet, and if I remember, world markets are open in some places tomorrow. I'll have to take a look. And I don't think that's going to matter much right now. I think the monkey hammering will come from London or New York or something like that. Markets more than likely. However, we're not out of the holiday woods yet. We still got New Year's next week and the end of the year, more or less. So let's see what happens with precious metals next week. Tough to say. Again, I always kind of don't discredit the idea that there could be monkey hammering, even though we have seen strength since 2016 in gold and silver markets during the holidays, which has kind of been odd because most time the holidays it gets hammered, except during Christmas holidays since 2016. Gold and silver's done pretty good, and it looks like it's holding its own. It's not kind of rocketing upward. We're up a little bit today, but I'll get into that in a moment. Let me get into some news here. National news and such, which has a lot to do with precious metals, or the news I bring up really has a lot to do with precious metals, mostly for economic reasons. I found it's interesting. This Rand Paul does his little list, his grievances, list of grievances every year. I think it has something to do with the Seinfeld, the grievances, holiday grievances. And one of the things he talks about is $55 billion in waste and pork in this supposedly bailout. This is supposed to be a bill to bail out Americans and small businesses. Look at this: $55 billion goes into government waste. Things from lizard treadmills, and he's not exaggerating. This is not a joke. This is not The Onion. He's telling the truth. Smart toilets, Afghan book clubs, all kinds of crazy stuff. And here it is. Each year, Senator Rand Paul invokes the spirit of the fictional grievance airings of the holiday of Festivus from Seinville to release an annual taxpayer waste report. And man, there is, again, $55 million. You know what? It's funny, but it really is truly sad. It's truly sad. 55 billion, folks. They're just giving away. I heard there's like 50 million or something like that, or $500 million. Excuse me, I forget right now. Going to Ukraine. I think it's 500 million going to Ukraine. Why? That's what I want to know. All the money that we can't afford to be giving all this money away. We can't afford all this pork. We can't afford all this government waste. If they're going to take that stimulus money and they're going to steal it from Americans, they might as well give it back to Americans. But they're not doing that, folks. Anyway, if you get a chance, type in Senator Rand Paul's Festivus, or let's see, invokes a fictional grievance, the airing of grievances. Type in Rand Paul's errands. And, again, it's not The Onion. He's not joking. It's true. And why this actually scares me. It's funny, but it scares and frightens the hell out of me, because chances are they'll pass this stimulus bill. Maybe they'll reduce that 55 billion down to 52 billion that they're going to give away, and they'll find some way to make it sound good, like the Patriot Act, which sounded great, and like the CARE Act. That's what this is supposed to be, the CARE Act. Oh, we have the CARE Act. We're giving back to Americans. Yeah, $600. They stole it from you first. Now they're going to give it back to you. So anyway, and they're stealing from your children and your grandchildren and your great grandchildren if you have children with these kind of bills. You need to hold these people accountable, both parties. So these people that I'm talking about in Washington, D.C. and most of the world, this is what they believe. They believe that money grows on trees. And you know what? That's good for us gold and silver peeps, because it just accelerates the demise of the fiat dollar. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're destroying their kids' lives and their grandkids' lives and their great-kids. They're destroying the economic future of their kids and their grandkids. Why? Because they're economically stupid. Sorry to say that, but it's true. They think money grows on trees. And I'm not just talking about the supporters of these people. I'm talking about actual senators and actual people that are in Congress, congressmen and congresswomen. They really, a lot of these people believe that money grows on trees, and they have no concept of what money is. They really don't. They just vote on bills and stuff, thinking that we'll just print some more of. They have no clue what the consequences of that is, and they really don't. And here's the people that you can blame, folks. The people here have no concept. They think that money grows on trees, and Rand Paul kind of pointed that out to him. He's one of the only fiscally conservative senators up there that I'm aware of. There may be a few, but he actually voted against this act because, again, it's stealing from us and giving back to us. I mean, it's kind of like someone breaking into your home, stealing your money, and then they go out and buy you a gift, and they come back and they give you the gift with a big smile on their face. That's exactly what this stimulus is, folks. And hold on. Not only that, think about this. They went in your house. They stole $1,000. They went to the store. They spent $400, or let's say $600. All right, $600 on a gift. And then they came back and they gave you the $600 gift after they stole $1,000 from you, and they have a big smile on your face. That is what these people do right here, and a lot of people do not realize that. Well, I don't want to rail on people, but these people deserve to be railed on because look at that bill, $54 billion, and they want to offer you $600 of the money they stole from you back? Give me a break. That's just, well, anyways, that's my opinion, but no less good for us gold and silver buyers because, again, it's accelerating the demise of the fiat dollar. I love this. Murray Rothbard said this. It is no crime to be ignorant of economics, but it is totally irresponsible to have a loud and vociferous opinion on economic subjects while remaining in the state of ignorance. Pause for 1 second. I'm going to count to 4 seconds. Read this. All right, there's my 4 seconds. Boy, that sounds like a long time when you're doing video. And and here's my opinion right here, and I saw this. I thought this was perfectly fitting. Now, I'm not saying that there should be capital punishment for stupidity. I'm saying economic, maybe even political stupidity. I don't think there should be capital punishment for that. But why don't we just take the safety labels off everything and let the problem solve itself? And you know what? I kind of like that solution a little bit. It would get rid of some that just don't use their heads or brains, or they think they are. So let me move along from here. I think the stimulus and showing you $54 billion in waste was very important because, again, like I said, what have I said 3 or 4 times already? The accelerated demise of a fiat currency, accelerated by people in D.C. that have no clue and have no fiscal responsibility and actually are fiscally irresponsible. And they think they know what they're talking about. That's even the worst part. So, as Murray Rothbard said, this is your politicians. But they have a loud and vociferous opinion on economic subjects while remaining in this state of ignorance. And that is our people in D.C., except for guys like Rand Paul and maybe a few others. That's my opinion. I'm going to stick to that. Let's move. And again, I don't think there should be capital punishment, but let's remove labels from things and just let the, Darwinism kind of, survival of the fittest, or and see what happens here. That'll get rid of some of these dummies, I think, and about 30% of them in Congress, at least, I think, or more. Maybe I'm being conservative. So, boy, I'm loving this new zero hedge format without all the ads. It's worth $1 a day. And, say as you will, love or hate zero hedge. I like the diversity of different opinions. And, some I completely disagree with, some I agree with. And all the kind of different articles. I just get so tired of reading the corporate media. And they do draw some of their articles on corporate media, too. That's where they get, some of these articles are from corporate media sources. And I'm just going to go over zero hedge and a couple articles. UK announces historic Brexit trade deal, but let's not hold our breath. Let's see what happens. That's happened a few times. It's possible it might happen. Iran unveils shutdowns loom as Democrats bid for what we were just talking about. It looks like it may not happen right now, or it may happen after Trump's out. But we'll watch this continuing saga, kind of like a drama, the DC drama amongst people the ignorant, the economically ignorant people up in D.C. So, or some of them, or most of them, I should say. Apple survived without Tesla, blah, blah, blah. COVID. More on that story, kind of. And I'm wondering if that's ever going to go away. It might even get worse as time goes on, and rightfully so. Futures flat. This is the only thing I kind of saw here that, falls into why metals are kind of a little bit flat as well right now. I think there's all kinds of other things going on out there. President Trump has granted clemency. Oh, anyways, I do like this new format. If you notice, there's not tons of ad, and the screen's not flashing, and my browser's not overloading with junk. So, hey, I'm going to do a little did you know here, and I'm going to keep to the business here. I did a did you know last week. It had various topics that had nothing to do with precious metals, but I like this one. All right, ready? Did you know? And I thought this was really cool. About gold. How is gold formed? And a lot of people don't really know this. They just think, well, it's like in the earth, it's compressed by all the pressure and gravity, and it's pressurized and it mixes with other things with the heat. Not at all. It's nothing to do with, it's not even formed on Earth. It was never formed on Earth. This is very interesting. Scientists believe all the gold on Earth formed in a supernova and neutron star collisions that occurred before the solar system was formed. In these events, gold formed during the art process. So, what that means is that little gold ring or that gold coin that you have, in silver too, was formed billions of years ago when the universe was formed in the great explosion, the grand beginning of it all. So you're holding something that's like, I can't even tell you how old it is, billions of years old in your hand when you're holding a piece of gold. And it's interesting too, like I said, just imagine a supernova and a neutron star colliding. I mean, get the energy behind that. I mean, I'm sure it happens in the universe today, maybe farther away than we can see at the moment, but I don't believe I've seen neutron star collision video of that by any telescopes or anything yet. Maybe we have, but that is just so rare and so amazing when you think. And the element that you're holding, again, gold, was created in a neutron star collision in a supernova billions of years ago. How cool is that? That's in your hand, man. Think about that. Gold sank to the Earth's core during the planet's formation. Now, this is why people kind of falsely assume that gold comes out of the Earth and it was created by pressure and heat. That's not true. It came from stars. Gold sank to the Earth's core during the planet's formation, because remember, the planet was a big, hot, and bubbly mess. And gold is very dense, so it kind of went towards the center like all the other dense metals. And this was, I talked about this too, because people say, well, they can create gold in the lab, but not really. Theoretically, it's possible to form gold by the nuclear process of fusion, fission, and radioactive decay. It's easiest for scientists to transmute gold by bombarding the heavy element mercury and producing a gold via decay. But I was told that these are just like tiny atoms and particles that they can just barely create with such vast amount of power. They can't duplicate a colliding stars. They can't duplicate a supernova. They just can't do that. But they can do it on a super minute, small scale compared to a star, and create a tiny bit of it. But it's never going to happen. We're never going to be able to create gold in labs like that. At least until we can get energy sources that are about the same as a neutron star, and I don't see that ever happening in our lifetimes or before humans even get off this planet. So one more thing, gold cannot be produced via chemistry or alchemy. Chemical reaction cannot change the number of protons within an atom. The proton number of an atomic number defines an element's identity. And another reason why gold is a safe place to be, because it's created by stars. It's created by supernovas colliding stars. You can't create that. You can't do it in a laboratory. You can't do it with chemicals. It's not man-made. It can't be man-made. It can't be manipulated by man either into being gold. Nothing can. Gold is gold. What you got is what you got. That's a finite amount, and you know where it's created now. So now you do know. Well, I'm going to end this report, and oh no, I can't end the report. I got to go to the dollar index because I wanted to look at that before I talked about today's kind of weak trading. Yeah, that's not too weak, but looks like the dollar index. Let me. It didn't update. Choppy trading in the dollar right now, 90.28. Again, I've noticed that when there's no monkey hammering going on, no manipulation, gold has been typically trading at an inverse relationship to the dollar. And what I'm saying about that, you see these little spikes? Well, that spike up by the US dollar index is usually followed, if you looked at the gold chart, by a little spike down. So you could almost fit the gold chart, if you flipped it right upside down, into this just like a puzzle. So that's why I follow the dollar chart. So it looks like kind of a little choppy action in the dollar. And let's take a look at gold. We'll move over there and see what's happening here. And it looks like it's up a little bit, but not that much. Didn't see that big holiday up action in gold and silver. And in fact, it's kind of so far so good. No monkey hammering, but nothing big going on like it has the last couple holidays since 2016. So let me just go over the numbers here real quick. I just refreshed the screen as well. We had a range in about a 24-hour range of 1870 to 1880. $10 range. Yeah, I expect that for gold. Silver up 23 cents. Pretty good. That's a pretty good up for silver. But remember, silver trades in wild, crazy 50-cent dollar ranges pretty easily. Nothing to be afraid of. It's just what it does. And platinum doing its own thing right now, trading in kind of a $14 range. What kind of range is silver trading in? Really 50 cent, right in that range too. So I think unless something really weird happens, I don't think there's going to be any monkey hammering today. I think the market's going to kind of maintain quite steady. We're not open today, by the way. You can hear my phone ringing off the hook. I had to take a break, so we're open. I mean, we're closed today for New Year's Eve, and we're closed for Christmas tomorrow. And next week we'll be closed Thursday and Friday as well. Sometimes even I need a break here. And yesterday we were off the hook busy. And again, you can hear the phone ringing. People wanting to buy gold and silver. So my opinion is that we'll see about this trading until Monday, and all bets are off on Monday. I don't even want to guess. If it maintains and holds this level, we'll lose this $10, big deal. That's kind of good. But again, remember we've got the world holiday, not Christmas. We've got the world holiday coming up, which is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and markets are closed all over the world for that. So possibly we could see some monkey hammering next Thursday. Very, very possible. So let's see what happens. But I won't be open to buy any gold. I'm sorry. So, anyways, the best deals out there still are Krugerrands for gold, widespread. You can find cheaper products, so ask your local dealer if there's any cheaper product out there than Krugerrands right now, and I'm sure they'll take care of you. And the cheapest product out there for silver is right now still silver, buying U.S. 90% silver coin made by the U.S. Mint. Still the cheapest product. Again, ask your local dealer if you don't live near me, because we only deal face-to-face. We're a brick and mortar. We don't do any online business. I don't feel it's safe. I don't like to do it. And I like to keep the money here local as well. If you live in my area, please come by and see us. We're open Mondays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can call me anytime, too, at 954-493-8811 between 10 and 4 Mondays through Fridays. And remember, I am closed today, and I am closed Christmas tomorrow. And next week we'll be closed New Year's Eve and New Year's, which is Thursday, Friday. We'll be back to our regular hours on Mondays through Fridays, 10 to 4 after that. So, again, anytime 10 to 4 next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, give me a call or come in. Our store is open. And that's really about it. I hope you have yourself a wonderful holiday weekend here and a wonderful Christmas, and I hope you spend it with your family and friends and you enjoy it immensely. That's the most important thing in life. That's it for me. This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. I will talk to you on Monday. Again, have a wonderful weekend, folks. Talk to you soon.